It's going to change your life with me, Rev Lee. Today, I want to explore something about how do you know how you're showing up in the world? What is it? Do you need people around you that are constantly telling it to you? I don't think so. I think our freedom is based on the fact that we get to choose who we want to be and how we want to show up. And guess what? Our life reflects back to us who we are. That's right. Not a good thing, but yet a very good thing, because your life is always reflecting back to you who you are. And if you don't like it, you can change it. But you got to know. So you got to sort of ask the question, do I have enough abundance in my life? And if the answer is no, then the idea comes back is, what's my self-worth on abundance? What is my self-worth on money? Do I believe that I'm bringing a service into the world that's valued by others? And the more people I bring that service to, the more money will come back into my life? I know the more I increase in my self-worth, the more money comes to me. Here's the other thing. The more I increase in my self-worth as a spiritual leader of the Agape Spiritual Center, the more money comes to Agape. That's something we demonstrated very recently. The beginning of this year with COVID, we were in a negative position through 3 months. And I did the work. And I got my practitioners to do the work. And we started to know we were worthy as a community to have more. We've now gone through September. The last, we did 3 months. The last 6 months, we've been profitable. We're now profitable for the year. Not by a lot, but by some. And see, as a nonprofit, our job's not to make a profit. Our job is to finish just a little bit in the black, maybe a little bit in the red. But the more that we bring in, the more service we can bring. So we had to value what we're bringing into the world. And once we did that, our revenue came in at a higher level. Let's look at health. Do you believe you're worthy of having a healthy body? I hear that all the time from people that, well, Lee, you're different. You're unique. I am different and I am unique. And why am I different and am I unique? Because I'm practicing what I'm teaching. I'm holding an image of a healthy, virile, vital Lee Wallach who functions at the level of a healthy, virile 25-year-old, that I have perfect assimilation, elimination, circulation, and breathing. I function at the level where I get to see perfectly, hear perfectly, smell perfectly, taste perfectly, and feel perfectly. I make that intention every single day. I don't care what age you are. You can change your experience by how you focus, because your life's going to reflect back to you how you focus. So I was on the phone earlier today talking with a gentleman I've known for years. We haven't seen each other in 23 years, and next week we're going to see each other. And he says, you probably look a whole lot different than me. I didn't say anything. I said, I love your energy. That's all that matters to me. But I do know that I hold a different image. I hold that I don't have to age the way most people age. And for me, age is about, am I able to do what I want to do when I want to do it and freely be able to do it with no limitation? That to me is what's important. So I set that intention. How am I showing up in the world? I'm at the gym 5-6 days a week. I'm doing cardio. I'm doing resistance training. I'm eating healthy foods. I'm relieving the stress through meditation on a daily basis. I'm showing up as the person I want to be. Here's the other thing. Let's look at relationships. I have a very deep belief that relationships are easy. I teach it. I put a whole workshop together, 7.5-hour workshop that gives people the outline, how they can make their relationships easy as opposed to being difficult. Most everyone talks about it being difficult. And so it's difficult for people because they don't think for themselves. They don't understand, how do I build a foundation? How do I understand what love is? How do I build agreements? How do I know what I value? How do I know what my partner values? How do we support each other? How do we grow each other? How do we share? How do we have fun together so it doesn't become boring? If you've got intentions like I do, I will celebrate my 50th wedding anniversary this December. I'm not bored. I love my life. I love my relationships. And it's showing up in my world because of who I am. It's my conscious choice of what I desired and who I am in relationship to that conscious choice. Now, that's a decision. And with the decision, it's a commitment. I said having a relationship is easy. It doesn't mean that there's not work involved. There's not mean that there's things that you work at every day to become that person. I don't work on changing my wife. If there's change that needs to be happening, I work on changing me, because that's the only power I've got. That's the only power you got. So if you're working at trying to change someone else, you might want to try giving it up. Because I did that for 40 years and it just didn't work. But what I'm doing now does work. So again, I say to you, don't believe a word I say. Prove it for yourself. Prove it for yourself. In this relationship workshop I'm talking about for couples, I'll be doing it in January. If you're interested, pay attention. Get on my email list where you get my daily thought and you get a newsletter. And you do that by going to agapespiritualcenter.com and sign up. And when you do, you'll know when it's coming. And it'll be a benefit to you, I promise. With that, I know how I'm showing up today, and I'm going to continue to be just like I am with you right now. And I hope you find your juice and you decide who you want to be and how you want to show up, and watch your life demonstrated. Make it a great day, you beautiful souls. Until tomorrow, aloha.